Disastrous flooding of the Yellow River and subsequent famine during the reign of the now deposed usurper Wang Mang caused upheaval throughout the empire. The royal tumuli at Chang-an were sacked and the city left in ruins. Guang Wudi, the new emperor and legitimate heir to the Han throne, has decreed that a new Han capital must be established further east at Luoyang. In the early days of Chang-an, your ancestor nobly served the renowned Emperor Wudi as city administrator. Our sagacious new emperor now calls upon you to see if you possess the same shrewd administrative and planning skills as your esteemed ancestor. Furthermore, trade along the Silk Road must be resumed forthwith, as a distant empire's thirst for our luxurious silk is hard to quench. Meanwhile, our northern border remains a problem, as the wily Xiongnu are quick to take advantage of our recent internal strife. Trusted generals predict that barbarian raids targeting border cities should not be unexpected. Any spare hours the citizens might have can now be spent relaxing in lovely Tai Chi parks. Paying homage to Zhao Jun, a respected Taoist deity, could provide important benefits to the growing city. Lastly, remain cautious of the dangerous and unpredictable waters.
We'll keep an eye on those waters, don't worry. Hey guys, welcome back to Empire. It looks like Chang-an has been destroyed. Not too good, so we've lost them as a trading partner, which is obvious. Looks like we're building a new capital, Luoyang. Let's head to the city. We've got some rubber high goals, 4,000 people, 120 people in an impressive compound, and 2,500 people in ornate apartment. Quite some hefty goals. Let's head to the city. Pause, and let's see what we've got. Lots of space and a lot of starting funds, 21,000 strings of cash. Quite a lot of space here actually, looking at it. I do know that the river is scripted to do flood events, so I know that much. I also know that when we come back here, there's a very devastating earthquake. So I want to try and build up this city as much as I can, so that when I come back to Luoyang at the end of the dynasty, it's a really short video, and I don't have to worry about that earthquake. So I've got Kashgar. Obviously they're going to be selling us jade and buying carved jade. We can sell them silk, and I'm pretty sure we can grow silk. Yep, so we've got our silk trees, great. We've got soybean and wheat, so we can grow 2 foods and hemp. And I think that's it. Looks like we're going to have to import a food stuff because we've only got soybean and wheat. Not too good, so it looks like our another food type has to be imported, so we'll have to try and sort to that. I think we might just import salt, maybe even spices or something to try and do that. I know that when we come back to Luoyang, the third food type becomes available to us, so it's not too big of a deal. I'm not really bothered by the waterways because the only reason to go near the water is to cross the river for the little bits of copper ore for the mint, so it's not too big of a deal. But we've got plenty of space, so I'm not really too worried about the goals. So I'll plan out a housing block in this area. I'm not sure where the 2 housing blocks go. I might do one here, and then all the farms along this bottom bit-ish area. I'm not sure where the housing blocks are going to go. Possibly one that way, one that way, I'm not sure. I really don't know. Oops. So I'll start planning out a housing block and see how it turns out. So here's our housing block, got it all planned out, and I'm going with what I did in Luoyang the previous one. I'm putting the marketplace outside of the walled area, so this is just a square rectangle, a clear rectangle, and I'll have this open. Now I'm not sure if that'll be covered by the inspectors by just passing by it like that. Hopefully it is. And in terms of food, it's all going to get growing down here in places around this bit down here. I noticed if you go to the far right in this corner, there's some city ruins. I'm not even going to bother with them, I'm just going to leave them there because there's actually no reason for me to go there to build anything, so I'm not too fussed. So let's unpause the game and find out where the immigrants come from. I think they come from up here, so that'll be okay. Yes, employees needed, fine. Let's put a soybean field there and a wheat field just there. I think we'll have enough space for 2 farms of each down there, and maybe extra farms somewhere else. Good space up here for a house block. If I have to, I'll just move stuff around. Good space up here for more farms as well, so I'm not too bothered by that. I do know that we're now in the steel age. If you find, you'll eventually find that a few cities on the map sell steel instead of iron, so we're now in the steel age. It didn't mention that in the brief. I know it's very confusing when it does that. Also, there's a couple of other gods. It says in the brief about Zaldron, I'm not even going to bother with him. Basically, all he does is blesses a marketplace to have one extra food quality. So like if it's got plain food, it automatically has appetizing food, which is redundant in my opinion. So we'll see how this block works on a city like this. Hopefully it does work out not too bad. Oh, Luoyang's become an ally, that's helpful. And they're selling steel, as I said, and they sell us carved jade directly. I'm not going to import carved jade, I'll import salt from them, which is a good idea I think, unless I find another trading partner. I can sell up to 48 bolts of silk at the moment, which is good. I'm not sure about a carved jade industry. I mean, I'll put it up here probably, just somewhere around this space. A lot of this space will be used for farms and things like that, so I'm going to try and make this a nice bustling city. So I'll let everyone come in, start getting all the mills set up and all that, and I'll come back in once this is stable. So everyone's in. I don't think the city's stable because we don't have any workers in the way of people working in the well, which is not helpful. We want people to obviously get it. There they go. Now I think a couple of cities use spies. I'm not sure who does, but I think a couple of people do use spies. So I'm going to actually send a couple of diplomatic requests out. In fact, not a couple, I'm just going to send out tons. I'm pretty sure that Luoyang invades, but it might be just because of troops, I'm not sure. Yeah, Chang-an's now just there just to look nice. They do not trade with us at all, which is a shame, but never mind. So our food supply should stabilise. What was our gods again? We've got Nuwa and Shenong, that's all. We don't have Ziwa Mu because there's no monuments yet, but she does reappear later, so don't worry too much about that. And yes, this guy is reaching far enough to get to this thing here, yet they're coming out in delayed fashion for some weird reason. I've just realised we haven't put down the mill to accept bean curd and wheat, like so. We'll import salt from Luoyang, I think, and get it over here, I think. It works out well for me. Right, so these houses are evolving. Once the food comes in, hopefully soon, I'll just set it to very high because we've got plenty of money. I'll start on the export industry at some point soon as well. I might even just put out loads and loads of houses because they're all good feng shui around this area, which is perfect for us. Hopefully I've set up everything right so they don't have odd blocks. But if it happens, who cares? I do need to put down a logging shed just here. We better provide musician access as well. Just put that down there. So I'll come back in once the trade agreements have been answered to. All of them, that is. So all the trade agreements came back. Yin, Chengdu and Guangzhou all open trade by default. It looks like a few people are buying steel, which we're not going to export to anyone because there's no point. Now I think we have to import lacquerware from a city, or even, can we import lacquer and make it into lacquerware? Oh, we can. That's good. We can import some lacquer then from Jiuzhou, I think is how you say it, I can't remember. But we can import lacquer from a trade partner and turn it into lacquerware, which is quite good. And it looks as if Luoyang sells tons of extra food. They sell salt, fish, and oh no, we can make bean curd. So they sell salt and fish. Quite a few cities, in fact, sell salt. I think at least 4 people sell salt, which is good. So we should have no problems there.
The city could be doing better, even if you don't believe
half
the rumors I spread.
Okay, so here comes the bean curd. There's a couple of pandas on this map. Let me see, is there any other animals on the map? Nope, just some pandas. So there's only one animal on the map. I'm going to try and get as many menagerie animals into this city as possible because when you come back here, one of the mission goals is menagerie animals. So you want to obviously get that going fairly soon. I might just place as many houses as I can into this block because our target population is 4,000. That's a lot of people. And I think getting the ornate apartments will be easy enough. But I want to make sure that I hold off on some of those goals so I can come back to this city later. When I come back to the end of the dynasty with most of the other goals already complete. So I might hold off on things like providing Confucian academies to humble compounds, for example. I want to get started up on an export industry because that'll be important. So I'm going to clear out some trees. All the silk farms will go up this bit here. and I'll just have all the silk again produced over here. And let's just see. Yeah, that's a bit far. I'm pretty sure these should be all fine along here. They are. So let's put down a couple of weavers. Ooh, that's bad feng shui there. That's not too good. Better drop it down by one road. That means it's not going to be helpful for reaching the things that we need. Let me just check. No, they're all bad. Oh. Now I've got feng shui issues with the weavers. Oh dear, not too good. I'll work this out. I'll come back in once I've done that, obviously, and once we've got a good supply of food, and I'll obviously provide that to them. Once I've got the food supply stabilised, then I'll put down a couple of hemp farms just somewhere. There maybe? But I want to use that space for a housing box. I might put them up here or something, I'm not sure. We'll work it out sooner or later. Right, I'll go and plan this silk industry out, and I'll come back in when I've done that. Okay, so I've got this planned out. I might turn this industry off temporarily actually, because we don't have enough workers, and we've got plenty of money in any case. I've put down a hemp farm just for obviously later usage. I'm pretty sure I'll get 2 hemp farms in there, and the second housing block will go down here, and I'll be able to fit a hemp farm in there too. So it looks as if this will work out, this layout that I've got planning here. Hopefully it does work. We did manage to get plain food, but then they've lost access to ancestral sound because it's disabled. Not good. Let's just turn that, turn off that hemp farm because we don't really need it right now. Once I've got 2 food types stabilised, then I'll be fine, I think. Right, so stop cutting the stuff, for God's sake. Let's just set the agriculture up to high, which will be okay. I'm going to turn off the Daoist shrine because we don't need that yet, because no one needs Daoist access. And so I'll let this kind of re-stabilise again. Once we start to get lower on money, I'll obviously turn this all on and get the silk off to possibly Kashgar for now. And later I might send off more silk to Luoyang just to try and get rid of it all, because I have like tons and tons of silk to sell, I'm pretty sure. We can sell silk to Kashgar, Luoyang, Fuzhou, and I'm pretty sure this Xiongnu will also accept a gift of silk if we pry them with it. Now, obviously I'm going to have to let this kind of stabilise because the house has devolved again. You might notice that the current date is now in the Common Era. Yes, we're out of the before Common Era times, so we're now in this kind of 2,000 years from today kind of thing, kind of period. So yeah, that's why it's the steel industry and all that. And I'm pretty sure the next mission we get to make steel. It's basically the same as making iron, but you have to include wood. But we'll go into too much detail about it here. I'm going to keep an eye out for any possible spies, because I think a few people do get a bit pissed off with you for some reason and send spies. But it's probably just a Xiongnu as always. I want to get a military going as well, because I'm pretty sure we're going to need that. There are no water trade routes to my knowledge, they're all land trade routes, which helps. All along down this bottom bit is where I'm going to have all the farms for the silkworm sheds. The trading posts will go over here, and I'll just have to have them hike over. I'm going to put a road going out there and road block it, and I'll have it going out this kind of direction, like so. And I'll just have all the trading posts just in this area, maybe one up there, I don't know. I'm going to put down more houses, I think, because we're not getting enough people. So let's do 1, 2. Yeah, this is all going to fit in nicely. Oh, military build-up in the Xiongnu Empire. Shanyu Modo of the Xiongnu Empire strengthened their military. No one knows what he's intending, but we should remain vigilant. Yes. You might remember that message from Chang-an. It's happening again. Oh, what a shame. Let's put down as many houses as we can fit in here. That's perfect. I'm not sure if a house could go there and be served by this. I'm pretty sure it will, so if I have to, I'll just put one there. Let me just put down... Oh, he's just going to get disappeared. Sorry. Just going to put the statues in, like so. And to just kind of make the place look desirable. Look at that, that's evolved to just having a house or 2 nearby. How nice. So we'll get people in. Loads of people in. We'll start to boost our industry. Start to build up our food supplies as well, because we're going to need to do that. And we'll also get started on our silk as well, because we'll also need to start exporting some silk for profit. I think this is quite a nice block. considering. I wasn't actually expecting this block to work out, but it does. It really does. It allows me to have this block literally filled to the brim with as many houses as I can get, and have this out, and then none of these houses being affected by desirability, because a market square has bad desirability, so it was affecting some low-level some houses near it, so they wouldn't evolve, so I wasn't getting the full potential. So I think this will work out. And so we've got no more employees needed. So let's turn on the hemp farm. I don't think pandas attack anyone, so that's okay. Obviously getting the industry going, which is good. Let's turn on the raw silk and silk industry to try and get some money being made. 500 people, fine. I'm going to import steel from Luoyang because they sell me steel. I'm also going to get rid of some of these trees. Now, I don't want to destroy tons of trees. It might look a bit of a good idea, but if you destroy too many trees, you'll find it difficult to build a monument when you come back here. Yes, you have to build a monument when you return to Luoyang, so don't destroy tons of trees. It's a good idea not to, because for the aforementioned reason, you'll just take a real long time to build the monument. And obviously, it'll affect the feng shui for things like these. So let's just put down a fort, like so. And I will kind of put that this way instead. Actually, no, I won't. I'll just do roadblock. Like so. Well, roadblock there, sorry. And I'll start prepping for the military. Put down a trade post for a Luoyang and import some steel. And the little silk that I'll make will obviously go to the gods first because they're feeling a bit neglected. We've got plenty of food in supply now, so we should have no trouble evolving all this right up. And we should be able to get as many people in here as possible, start boosting our industry. Now, another thing you'll want to know is when you come back here, there is a produce 24 paper in 1 year goal that you have to meet. And that means you want to have a really big hemp supply, because paper is made for using hemp. So finally we're going to get a use for hemp. Just finally. Which is good. So let's start importing that. Let's put down a couple of... where's the best place for these? Not there, obviously. Let's just do 2 weaponsmiths. We don't need tons. That'll probably be enough to fulfill that. Yes, we've got steel weaponsmiths now, not iron weaponsmiths. I don't think the full supply of hemp's gone in, so obviously they're kind of not going to evolve very well, even though that they have access to hemp. Now I'm going to put down an extra 1, 2, 3, 1.
Fit to be a teacher.
Like so. Wheat and soybean. And I think there might be space in the bottom here for maybe a hemp farm, I'm not sure. If not, then so be it. I'll just have to build out farms over here or something. Maybe even use this space for farms as well. And that would mean I would have to put the other housing block somewhere in an inconvenient location. I want to try and keep all this stuff quite close-knit to this one mill, so I don't have to build tons of them. So I think it's a good space for the second housing block, the second common block. I would have to destroy a rather large number of trees, which is not too good. This area is a good area for the elite block. Actually, maybe just up here, I don't know. We need 6 elite houses to meet the elite goal anyway, so I'm not too bothered. We're importing more steel, which is obviously going to run us out of cash. No silk's been grown yet, which is not too good. What's our worker like? 11 workers. Let's put down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Down. Mulberry tree. There might be space for one more farm just up here, which I hope there is, but if not, so be it. I'm going to let this run, kind of build up a bit of a military. I'm also going to put down the palace and actually place down the mint. Does the mint catch fire? I'm unsure. I suppose one way to find out is just to put it down somewhere and put a road down to it. yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of put this down and see if it collapses, because that'll be a good way of testing to see whether it does collapse. I'll come back in once I've kind of stabilised the city, or if anything interesting happens. Obviously we'll start making some weapons, which will get a military build-up happening. Okay, so we're getting some military here. I checked to see whether the mint gets damaged, and it does. And so I'm going to put the mint probably just up here somewhere, just to have it somewhere. I'm not putting it near the trees. Now you'll probably wonder what this loop is for. Is because this area is going to be where I make ceramics. I'm not going to make tons, but I'll try and make as many as I can. Where's this going to go? I might as well just kind of dump it. Well, not there because I kind of want to use this for farmland, so I'll just put that there, just to put it somewhere. I'll try and have everything quite centralised in the centre. Our hemp just ran out, which means that all of this is going to devolve, which is not too good. And we're spending more than we're making, so I'm trying to get the silk going as quickly as I can. We've got plenty of silkworm sheds to make as much silk as we need. I think the gods are going to be unhappy. Not good. Let's hope the hemp supply comes in and stabilises, because we really need to give something to the gods soon. I might give them weapons, but I don't think I'll export weapons or anything like that, because that's just pointless. So I'm going to destroy it. We'll disable that, sorry, because we don't need it. This will get going as well. I'm going to try and get a new wallet into the city just to get a panda in here, and then I'll start giving it out to loads of people to try and get the city going. So obviously everything's devolved, not good. I'll come back here once it's stabilised with hemp. Oh, it looks like our houses are now stable with hemp. I got a lot of hemp coming in from these two fields. I'll obviously put another field just in here, which will obviously stabilise that completely, because we've got plenty of food in stock, so that's okay. Made a little bit of silk. Started to slowly run out of cash though. Got 8 troops, that's okay. I obviously want to build up a fairly substantial military presence, because obviously more troops are better. And we've got plenty of good feng shui spots for it. Obviously, if getting good feng shui is possible, I'm not going to try and attempt it all the time, as I've said before, but particularly when I'm building forts, I'm not overly concerned about feng shui, because it's rather difficult to get. I mean, on a desert map, it's very easy to get perfect feng shui, because most of it is desert anyway, so that's okay. Plenty of people coming in, 600 people, that's a lot of workers, so obviously I'm going to have to try and find employment for everyone. This space here is going to be for the other housing block. We're getting towards the population goal a quarter of the way there, unfortunately. Importing plenty of steel, and we've got plenty in stock in any case. We've got 4, 8, 12, 16, so that's okay. Let's just hold a festival since we've got some cash and food for it. We need to kind of get rid of the food anyway. And having this mint here will kind of work. I didn't realise, but there's a tiny amount of copper ore just here on this little island, so they won't have to go too far. Yeah, they're going out, I think, to that little bit just there, which is okay. I don't think I'll bother with carved jade, there's plenty of money, and the treasury goal that you have to reach when you come back here is not that big. It's only 85,000 strings of cash, presumably because of that particular event that I mentioned, the earthquake. I'm going to try and get new wine here with 3 bolts of silk. She's joyful, that's great. So I'm going to get her in here and capture a panda, which I'll then send off to other cities to try and fill the menagerie right up to the top straight away, because that'll help. So we've got plenty of unemployment now. I'll start to kind of boost our food stuff as well. Let's put down... actually no, I'll go 2 of these. I'll just put 2 cabbage farms or whatever the other food stuff is later. And let's see, our hygiene is very good but weakening, not too good. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oops, kind of dragged that down too far, sorry about that. Since we've got plenty of unemployment, let's put down another couple of weavers. And I'm going to import salt from Luoyang. I'm going to import 4 salt and tell the warehouse to go and get the salt. The 4th food type I think will probably just be something like game meat or something simple. The tenders are going out to tend the mobley trees, which is good. I'm going to extend this road out here. I'm pretty sure I can get another one in just at the top here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, I can. This is perfect. I'm making efficient use of the space, at least. And that fits that in perfectly. So we've got them going right up there. That's 5 of these. I don't think I'll need more than that. And plenty of weapons being made going into the forts, which is okay. And plenty of food. The salt will start to import. And once we build up the supply of silk, I'll start selling that off to Luoyang. I'll also sell it off to Kashgar. I'm not going to go up onto that level to put it there because there's no point. I'll just put that trade post just there, actually, just for later when I need to do anything with it. I don't think I'll bother with the jade stuff. I mean, I might just kind of like roadblock that there or something and just have them going a bit further down so I can get to the jade carvers if I really need to. So we'll just have to wait for Nuwa to come in, and I'll come back in once I've captured a panda. Just as I'm starting to place out my clay making industry for getting rid of the unemployment, Kashgar sells more spices. How nice. So let's put down 1, 2, 3, and if we just destroy 1 tree, 4. And I've gone ahead and captured the panda as I expected. Let's go and send a panda to Kashgar to try and get an animal from them. Because as I've said, I want to get all the animals in now so that I don't have to worry about it when I come back, and then I don't have to do too much when I return here. Got plenty of unemployment, which is good. We're making loads of silk now. Let's start selling it to Luoyang. We'll just sell the full 12 because we have no use for it in the city at the moment. Yeah, this is definitely my new favourite block. Just set Daewis Shrine to working because we need to spread Daewis coverage. Running out of cash here, that's why I was selling the silk now because we sort of need it. Who's this?
I'm on my way.
Luoyang. Okay, fine.
But I'll surely be back for you.
And they're importing salt, and there's a fire in the city, and it's because that's caught fire fail. Okay, fine. The fact it went out by itself because of the fact that I turned it on. I like that. Okay, fine. So we've got this going. I don't think I'll have them going all the way around, but it doesn't matter. Making plenty of clay, plenty of bean curd and wheat, so much so that they can't even get it all into the city now. So they need ceramics, so once the supply of ceramics stabilises, I will put a ceramic shop down, start getting that going. I'm going to turn this down to just high because we have too much unemployment and we don't need to waste wages. So with all the silk that I'm going to sell, that'll stabilise our funds pretty much. Got so much raw silk that we can start putting down more weavers. This old house is stabilised, it has, what a shame. But these will evolve straight up to our ornate apartment as soon as they get access to ceramics, which they should get shortly. But I'm going to leave it there for this year. I'm just going to give Shenong a bunch of hemp just because I've got too much of it. And yeah, I'll leave it there for this video, I think. So thanks for watching the first part of Luoyang. When I come back in the next video, we will find out whether Kashgar approved of that gift that I sent to them, that animal. And yeah, we'll get an animal in return from them. Thanks for watching, see you later, bye now.